Hey there, this is Noah with Dent Ops, and in this video I'm going to go over how to create a free Dent Ops account, and then more importantly I'm going to go through a portal tour so you can see what you can look forward to inside of the Dent Ops portal, how things generally work, and then we'll dive deeper into certain features and functionality of the portal and Dent Ops services in other videos. If you haven't already created a free Dent Ops account, you can just go to dentops.com/sign up. And it's going to bring you to a page that looks something like this. You can go through this process on any device. I'm recording on a computer right now, but you can do this on your phone or tablet or anything. You'll go ahead and put in your first name, last name, email address, password, and then just agree to our terms of service and privacy policy, create a free account, and then technically you've got your account created. The next thing that you're going to go through after that is an onboarding process. It's very quick and easy, and it's just to get information about your business, such as business name and address and contact information that we'll be able to use to put on your estimates that we help you to write and use our other softwares and services that we provide as well, along with claim preferences. So if we're managing your claims, who should we be getting payments issued over to? Where should we get insurance companies to send those payments to? And things like that. And then the last step of the process is just getting a payment method on file for you. We don't use it to charge you anything right now, and there's no subscriptions as of right now, especially not for our services. It's just to put a payment method on file. You get to have your free trial still and see if this works for you. And then if you want to keep going, keep continuing to use our services, makes it easy to just keep on going. I'm going to pause the video for a second, and I recommend you do the same if you haven't already created a Dent Ops account. Just take a couple seconds to create a free account, and then go ahead and resume this video for the... So now I'm back in. I've signed in with some of our demo credentials just so you can see what the portal looks like, and we can do this quick walkthrough. You might be looking at a page that looks something like this. It's our quick start page. It may have changed a little bit by the time you're watching this, as we're always updating it, trying to make it more and more relevant. You can take a second if you to go through and watch the different videos that are on here. This page is designed to just help you try your first estimate and your first claim quickly and easily. So you can watch these videos, follow along depending on how you want to send the estimate over to us or how you want to send the claim over to us, get help and support, and so on and so forth. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time right here. I'm going to jump straight into showing you what's inside of our service portal. So if I click portal right here, we can see we've got a few options that follow on the drop-down menu. The first thing I'm going to show you is actually the estimate history page, because this is probably one of the sections that you'll be spending most of your time in. Now if I open up this page, we can see we don't actually have any estimates in this demo account so far, but we will see more pop up in subsequent videos just to show you how things work and how to fully utilize the Dent Ops services. But we do have some instructions on if you're ready to send your first translation and scrub over to Dent Ops to have us write up this estimate for you. A few different ways that you can do that. Now the first one is you can send estimates directly from our claim services if you used our claim services first. Most shops don't. To start with, they usually have us write the estimates first and then do the claim stuff, but we can do claims independently from us writing estimates as well. Second is if you're already using MobileTech or DentMate, we make it really, really easy for you to email those estimates and files over to our dedicated email address. Or if you're using MobileTech, we have an integration that you can use directly as well. And then third, we've got you can submit an estimate via the portal, which I'll show you in just a second as well. And then fourth, we have our own estimator, which is our scoping software. That makes it really quick and easy for you to give us the information we need in order to write a really good estimate in CCC1 for you, and then continue on from there. So let's talk about submitting an estimate via the portal, and then I'll show you estimator before we get into the claim side of things. If you want to submit an estimate via the portal, you can either click this drop down and click submit an estimate, and it's going to bring you there. This video gives you a really great overview of how that works as well. Or you can just click submit an estimate. And you're going to see a page that looks like this. By default, it's probably going to be set to the right sub-profile, as we call it, or if you have multiple locations that you manage out of your Dent Ops account, say body shops or other satellite locations you're running, this is where you would select different locations. I have several under this demo account, but let's just keep it simple and keep the default one, the main sub-profile. Translation level, this is where you choose how you want us to do the estimate. Translation, translation plus scrub, or translation plus scrub plus conversion. And we'll go into what each of these are in more details a little bit later. I'm just going to give you a high-level overview here. You've got the estimate where you can upload the file, whether that's a paper scope or if that's a PDF from MobileTech or DentMate or even other CCC estimates, Mitchell, any type of estimate format we can accept. You can choose what kind of estimate it is, hit other, add some notes if you want to, if there's anything special with this that you want us to just notate, and then other files, photos, the insurance company's estimate, invoices, anything that might be relevant to us writing this estimate for you. And then you'd be able to go ahead and hit send to Dent Ops. And then sometimes it takes a couple minutes, but after you hit send to Dent Ops, you should see that pop over into your estimate history section right down here under these results, so you can keep up with the status of your Dent Ops estimate. Let's talk about claims. If I click the claim history section, you keep track of claims that Dent Ops is processing in a separate area from our estimate history. As of right now, we're working to combine them into a unified history section in the future. But for right now, we separate your estimates that we write and the claims that we process for you. And if we write an estimate for you, it's easy for you to just in a couple of clicks send it on over to our claims department, and you'll see that show up in your claims history as well. So you'll actually see it in both history sections, and it's pretty clear what's currently going on with that file. Very similar to our estimate history section, we have a few options in terms of instructions. Either submit an estimate that Dent Ops has already written for you, with a nice easy video that shows you how that works, or submitting an MTRX or a DentMate estimate, again, to a dedicated email address for claims processing and submissions, or to submit any other estimate. You could go into the submit a claim, which I'll show you in just a second, or again, inside of Estimator, you have the ability for us to submit those estimates to insurance as well without it going through our estimating service. So let's talk about the submit a claim. Again, you can either click this drop down and submit a claim, or you click over to submit a claim over here. You have the ability to choose the sub profile. Again, this is probably just whatever's there by default is probably what you want to use. What supplement number this is, the estimate that you want us to submit, what kind of estimate it is, any notes that are important on this file that you want to include just to share with our team so that we can handle this in a particular way if necessary. And then other files such as photos, the insurance company's latest approval, invoices, etc. that we mentioned on the estimates is similar. Now you may notice this message right here that says your W-9 is missing. Please upload or contact support@dentops.com. What this is if you want us to submit and handle claim administration, negotiations, whatever for your claims, we would just require that you provide a signed W-9 over to us. This isn't for our own purposes internally. This is just in case the insurance company asks us for it, because it's a common thing if they're going to issue payment over to your shop. We do not collect your payments. We get payments issued directly over to you. And so a lot of times, especially if you're working with an insurance company for the first time through your company, they're going to require that you share a W-9 with them that they can put on file just for tax purposes. So that's it in terms of the estimating and claims history and just a brief overview on how that works. We'll dive deeper into these in some other videos. But now I want to show you and just talk about profiles. If I click profiles, this is your main profile, is basically your core business information. If you have body shops that you work with or other satellite locations I mentioned, this information really shouldn't change. It should be a standard business that is the business under which the other locations fall. If you have other locations, service body shops, or whatever that you're trying to offer Dent Ops services and estimates and claims through, by extension through your main business, that's where you use sub-profiles. And you can also look at these as locations. If I click the sub-profiles tab, we can see I have several sub-profiles under this. For example, we have our main demo business, ProDent PDR Solutions, and then we have a body shop that we service, Handy Collision Co. that we service, a satellite location, ProDent PDR Solutions 2, and then John Doe's Body Shop, another body shop account that we service. And each of these can have their own preferences and their own business information so that when Dent Ops writes an estimate, it's labeled with the correct business and the right address and the right labor rates and so on and so forth. If I just click in here to show you, we have different settings we can change in here, and profile information, sub-profile information, labor rates, claim submission preferences if we want it to be different than the main business information that's on here. Just that key information. Also, just to loop this back around, the W-9 upload, it's right at the very bottom of each sub-profile. So you just get W-9 for any given sub-profile, upload it in here, and you're good to go. We'll loop back around on this in another video. I just wanted to show it to you. And then lastly, inside of the main service portal area, we have the credits options. Credits give you a 20% discount on services. If I pull this up here, if you buy credit packages, Individual credits, you don't get any discount. It's just when you prepay for credit packages, which is 10 credits at a time or $1,000. It's basically getting $1,250 worth of service for, $1,250 worth of service for only $1,000. And we have a quick breakdown of how you use credits and the equivalent values as you use different services. So you can access that through the portal and then the purchase credits, or we have a little credits icon up here that just shows you how many credits you have left in your account, just to keep on track with that if you want to constantly be saving, and the ability to click it, which brings you right back to this page. You could choose as many credit packages or as many credits as you want, and it's all through Stripe. We do all of our transactions through Stripe. So you'll click checkout with Stripe, it'll bring you to a secure checkout page, and you'll be good to go. Aside from these areas over here, I'll very briefly show you Estimator. We'll get more into depth on this on another video. But estimators are essentially a scoping and estimating application. It's built directly into your Dent Ops app. You can, again, access this on any device, whether it's computer, desktop, mobile, your phone, or tablet, or anything. It works and it functions great on any device that you're using. You can write estimates in here, just basic estimates. Should be almost everything you need for your standard hail and retail PDR, and with a little bit of conventional stuff mixed into it as well. So you have the ability to click and create a new estimate just from scratch, where you can choose who you're writing it for, which sub-profile you're writing it for, add your clients. And then just as a brief overview, you got your clients, vehicle owner, the vehicle information where we have a great VIN scanner built into it, insurance company, conditions such as which matrix you want to use or matrices you want to use, writing the actual estimate, adding photos. You can add photos inside of the estimate, and then a summary. And then you can choose what you want to do from there. So you can actually have Dent Ops write the estimate for you. I won't get into too many details on this because we'll discuss it in some other videos as well, but just want you to know that Estimator is an option here. If it's not enabled on your account, just let us know and we can turn it on for you. And it just might be disabled in the background for you when you first get set up. We also have the knowledge base tab up here, which pops open a new tab, and it just brings you to our knowledge base hosted on our core website. We're constantly updating this. If you ever have any questions, this is on how something works or what to do next. This is a great resource for you to be able to access with videos and usually step-by-step instructions. For example, we've got a mobile video on how to write faster estimates for maximum results as an example, and a recap on the 5 items for the best file. Quick and easy guides in our knowledge base. If I click Quick Start, brings us back to that page we first started at. So if you're ever, what am I supposed to do next? Just look for the Quick Start, and that should help you to just get started or to pick back up on whatever it is that you're trying to do, or if it's been a little while since you've been in Dent Ops, get reacquainted with what happens and how things work quickly. Now under the profile, if I click my little profile icon, we have a few important options here. The first one I'll actually show you is under My Account. If you ever need to change your name or your information, your login email or your password, or update your payment method on file, here's where you would go for that, into your account settings. The next thing I'll show you is under Team. So for your main profile, not the sub-profiles, but the main profile for this business, if I wanted to add team members, I would just navigate to this team page, and I could click New, and I could add users. We have different user types, so depending on what the user you're inviting you want them to do, you probably want to give them different user types. We'll go over that in another video as well. Just wanted to show you the functionality and how to access it. And then the last thing we have built in here right now that I wanted to show you is the profiles option. If you have multiple operations, it might make sense to, instead of just having it as a sub-profile, have it as an entirely new profile that you have access through the same login. What do I mean by that? Let's say you own 2 repair facilities in completely different places, and you keep track of payments, or you just keep track of the business overall completely separately from each other. They essentially operate as completely independent businesses. Well, in that case, it might make sense for you to create a new profile for that one, and you can have different sub-profiles under it. You can have your different rates. You can have a different payment method associated with it. You can have different team members associated with it, and you can manage that and switch all through right here. So you can either create a new profile, or if I had multiple profiles that I had access to, I'd actually have the ability to select a different profile right underneath there. And you can be added to as many profiles as you want. So this isn't just for the business owners. This is also for estimators, managers, technicians. If you're going and working at a Dent Ops operation, they can give you access to their account. And if you already have a Dent Ops account, you have the ability to toggle between which account you're functioning out of. So it's a really, really handy feature for both business owners who own multiple repair operations or locations, and also technicians or managers who are utilizing Dent Ops with multiple locations or places that they're working at. This was just a quick high-level view portal tour, and also briefly how to create a free Dent Ops account. All the stuff that I've just shown you right now is all included inside of Dent Ops for free. Our services are, as of right now, are the only things that we charge for. We want to make it really nice and easy for you to get started and to just give you as great of an experience as possible and earn your business and hopefully do a lot more business with you in the future. Hope this was helpful. In future videos, we're going to go a little bit more in depth onto how to start using the service, how to get set up with your team, managing jobs and your submission methods, sub-profiles, and then also just chatting about how to expand to additional locations. We'll see you in future videos.